Welcome back to Stacy's So and So. I hope that you have had a fabulous week and are looking forward to one more Valentine's Day project. And I know you may be thinking, oh my gosh, Valentine's Day is really close, but this is going to be a sweet and simple way when you need just a little extra Valentine's Day card or something to send to someone that you love. Quick, easy to make. So let me get everything together. I'll show you what we need and then we'll head into it. Okay, so the project we're going to be doing comes from this book, which I found on Amazon. I will do my best to find a link for this, whether on Amazon or another website. And you're going to need, I'm going to be doing postcards only because I don't have pre-made like gift cards to use, and I'm out of cardstock. All you're gonna do is pull out some of your favorite fabrics, just the smaller pieces that you're like, what am I gonna do with this? It's too pretty to throw away. Even like this is a pillow sham. Any kind of secondhand or refurbished fabrics would also be fantastic. What I'm doing is called the So Very Pretty card. And if you look at the pictures that they've included on the page and over here, look how beautiful this is. Now, I do plan on trimming my postcards. Do you see the little scalloped edge all the way around this? I do have scissors that do that, but you could use pinking shears or any other type of scissors that you have, and use any fabric that you look at, you just love, and you want to find something to use it for. So let's get started. Now, before any of you go, we're going to sew on paper. Yes, absolutely. You can sew on paper. If anyone has ever taken a beginner sewing class, a lot of times they will have printed out geometric shapes and swirly shapes for you to sew on the machine so that you can get a feel for how to use your machine and how to guide straight. And so here's my recommendation. When doing this, pull out an old needle. You do not need to have the newest needle. I save some of my old ones just for projects like this. So yeah, pull out an old needle, put it in your machine, grab some cardstock, some postcards like I just picked out. I know you can also buy from any office store the pre-made cards with matching envelopes. Grab your favorite fabric and trim and embellishments, and let's make some cards. So it's a good idea to test out some of your zigzag or decorative stitches on a test piece of paper before you get fully started. So I have been testing out some. Let's choose another. I'm going to choose on my machine, this time number 68, which is a vine pattern. So let me finish this and I'll show you how things turn out. And there you go. I also found, look at that, the little hearts. That was also a decorative stitch on my machine. So with what we're getting ready to do, I know many machines, even basic, all basic have the zigzag, which is awesome. And many of them do have a scallop. This is a vine. I know my beginner machine had that as well. This is a more advanced vine. And then the hearts. This is very, very easy to do. And paper actually feeds, especially the thicker paper, feeds through so easily on your machine with very little guidance. Okay, so the first thing I did was I started cutting out some little hearts. I think I'm going to start with this one. So what you'll do is, once you decide what you want to put on your card, you cut it out. You don't want to pin. You're going to have to hold it in place and carefully zigzag stitch or use a decorative stitch all the way around what you're sewing on. You just don't want to add any extra holes because obviously they won't disappear since this is paper. So I'm going to start with that heart, and then I'm going to add a couple of more. So let me get this sewn on. I'll let you see what it looks like, and we'll continue decorating. And here's where we are so far. This is so easy to do. This is what it looks like on the inside. If you don't like the way this looks on the inside, I'm going to show you one more thing that you can do. But now I think what I'm going to do is add a decorative border all the way around the edge. But when I do that, because I don't necessarily want to see this on the inside of my card, I'm going to pick one of my fabrics and cut a piece and just hold it in place to just cover it. And then when I do the decorative stitch all the way around, that's what will hold the fabric on and then cover up all of that stitching. And here's the front. I just did a little vine around the edge. I wanted to just test to see if I like it, and I kind of do. But then on the inside, as opposed to seeing all that zigzag stitch, this is what it will look like. And then I took the other part of the postcard, and I just used a little bit of it with a pair of scalloped edge scissors. And so what I will do is place that on here, and then I will do a simple straight stitch in red all the way around, and that is where I can write my Valentine message. And here is my final card. Now, when you stitch this on, you will have stitches that come across on the other side, but I like the way it kind of just gave a little frame and blended in. And then I forgot I had these in my stash. These are little glue on glittery hearts. So you can also, in addition to sewing, embellish your card with buttons or little glitter hearts or whatever you have on hand that you really like. And then you can just address all of your Valentine cards. Isn't that cute? Thank you for joining me again this week. I hope you enjoyed this project. It is a cute way to make personalized Valentine cards. But like I said at the beginning, you could do more than just Valentine cards. One thing you could do, because we have Mother's Day coming up, Father's Day coming up. There's also, you can do Christmas, birthdays. But imagine, like, for Mother's Day, because I think I'm going to make my mom a Mother's Day card. Taking a piece of fabric like this and stitching out the detail of this rose. Then you could also add beading to it in addition to, whatever kinds of embellishments that you want. I think this is a great project and just so easy, and sky's the limit. There's so many different reasons that we need cards. Even if you just want to make basic thank you cards, just keep them blank so that, when you need to send a thank you card to someone who's maybe sent you a gift or, done a favor for you, imagine how they would feel receiving back a personally made thank you card. So thank you guys for being here again this week. I will see you again next week with a new project. So until then, happy sewing.